Let's move on with this story as we continue to bring you special coverage on the Xilai trial, which has had its closing statements earlier on Monday in Shandong province. The open trial, as we said, has come to an end after 5 days, much longer than was widely expected. Our reporter Han Bin, who's also been closely following this trial, has interviewed legal analysts in a bid to determine what impact it will have on China into the future.
A high-ranking official charged with corruption. A wife charged with murder. A police chief on the run. A secret villa in France. It's all in the tale of the fall of a rising political star, with the latest chapter of the drama being played out in the courtroom.
It has been the most transparent criminal trial, according to my knowledge, in China. I think there is no precedent for this kind of practice. But this is what we call it. It illustrates the procedural justice or procedural fairness.
Professor He Jiahong says that though Xilai is an individual case, it's an example of how trials should be carried out. It comes as part of China's new amendments to the criminal procedure law.
Bo defended himself against the charges and the evidence. Bo's lawyers challenged the evidence presented and defended the motives behind his actions. After 2 rounds of fierce debates, the trial is adjourned.
The trial has been closely followed, with court records being published on Sina Weibo, China's equivalent of Twitter. In Xilai's case, the government has relied on social media rather than traditional media to inform the public.
So this is probably a more smart strategy of media management concerned with Chinese specificities. Social media probably is the one and only choice to actually increase this kind of transparency, publicity, and also the reputation of Chinese government.
Media experts like Professor Shan Bin believe that Xilai's case has changed Western media stereotypes of behind closed doors politics in China. But it's hard to tell whether the Chinese government will continue turning to social media for big political events in the future. Xilai has strongly denied the charges of bribery, embezzlement and abuse of power against him. But his last appearance in court is unlikely to change the verdict.